Wrong page.
What play are you doing?
Narrator.
Right on.
Okay. Maybe we should narrator. Yeah. Anyways, this is a parable or story that Jesus told. Hint. To understand it better, think of the parent as God and the two children as people like us. A certain parent, that's me, had two children.
Me and me.
And one day the youngest child
That's me.
said to the parent,
Hey, give me my shirt pocket.
so the family wealth was divided, and the younger child got what was coming. And not so many days later, this child converted it all to cash and took a journey to a far country. And there wasted the money living wildly. Unfortunately, just then there was a terrible drought and a famine in that land, and by this time all the money was gone. The child tried to get a job with a rich person in the country who needed someone to
Feed the pigs.
The child was so hungry that even the cobs that the pigs were eating looked good to eat, but even they wouldn't let the child have any. Finally, the child, realizing what mistake had been made, said,
So, how many workers and servants of my parents sit down to 3 meals a day, and here I am starving to death? Aha! I'll know what I'll do. I'll get up and go to my parents, and I will say, I have sinned against heaven in thy sight. I am no worthy to be called your child. Please make me one of your servants.
But ever since this child had left, the parent had not stopped watching, and when she saw the child coming from a long way off, ran and kissed the child. But the child said,
I have sinned against heaven in thy sight. I am no worthy to be called your child. Please make me one of your paid servants.
But the parent called one of the servants and said, Jeeves,
Yes, boss.
Bring me a robe, the best one, and the family ring, and shoes also, and let's get some really special food to celebrate, because this, my child, was dead
Oh,
and has come back to life.
yay!
He was lost
Can't see.
and is found.
And they began to make merry, but the older child was out in the fields working, and when the celebrating became loud enough to hear, the child called the servant and asked what was going on.
Jeeves, what's all that racket?
Oh, that! Your younger sibling has returned and your parent is so happy about it that we're all celebrating. Come on in and join us.
But the older child was angry and would not go in under any circumstances. Finally, the parent came out in person and invited this child to come in, but the child said,
No way, it's not fair. All my life I have been working faithfully for you, and all I do is sit around, working my butt off, and now this stupid child gets to have fun. What do I do now? Working.
But the parent put an arm around the older child and with a loving look said,
Dear child, you are always with me, and everything I have belongs to you. It was good that we celebrate what has happened, because this, my youngest child, was dead and is alive.
Yay!
He was lost
Can't see.
and is found.
Hi.
So they all began to celebrate together. The end.